Great music is the ability to take everything you felt and everything you know to be true and bring that essence into a piece. You have to be able to expose every truth you know about yourself to the music, and in the moment this happens, a part of you is in that music. A deep connection is formed, a connection that is not understandable to anyone else, and that exists solely between you and the music. And through that connection, the music begins to understand you, and you start to realize that, of course, you are the music all along. This is the essence of who we are, what makes us human, the ability to express ourselves through abstract means, the ability to reveal who we are more deeply, more truthfully than possible with words. This ability to self-express in a way unique to us, along with our way of bringing our individual, distinct personalities into something inanimate, truly reveals what makes us human. Music shows our ability to turn something ordinary into something unique and extraordinary. Great musicians are able to take simple notes and rhythms and create something deep and personal, something alive and breathing. Humans have this ability to take something that could be basic and plain, and to elevate it with unpredictable emotion and depth. No two musicians would create the same music from the same notes and rhythms. Each person has lived a separate life and experienced different truths, and that is evident in their playing. Each passage is open to interpretation and can be played with any number of techniques and styles, so that ultimately, what is created from the passage is unique to each individual and reveals a great deal about the person's experiences, personality, and worldview. This ability to interpret situations differently based on our personality and identity is also apparent in society and daily life. In his Kenyon commencement address, David Foster Wallace tells the story of two men arguing over the existence of God. The atheist tells of a time when he was stuck in a blizzard and prayed to God to save him.
And now, in the bar, the religious guy looks at the atheist all puzzled. Well, then you must believe now, he says. After all, here you are, alive. The atheist just rolls his eyes. No, man, all that was a couple Eskimos happened to come wandering by and they showed me the way back to King.
When each man heard or experienced the same story, they interpreted it in two distinctly different ways. The religious man believed that God saved the praying man stuck in the blizzard, showing, in his take on the situation, his own personality and viewpoint. The people in A Brave New World are not truly human because they do not have this ability to interpret and create. Each one of the same cast sees the same situation in the same way. They take pieces of information and fact and accept them without question. They do not strive for new information or come up with anything on their own, so each person has the same personality and worldview. No one has a distinct persona, and that is evident in the way they act. The characters do not create anything themselves and function in the same way as everyone else. Each person, if given the opportunity, would play a bar of music the exact same way, the notes, the rhythms, and nothing more. No expression, no individuality, and no humanity. Food and cooking always bring to mind the image of traditional cuisine, families eating together, recipes grandma used to make when you were little, passed through the generations. But cooking is much more than just tradition. Chefs are able to take experiences and memories and use them to make decisions regarding the dishes. They add their own unique perspective to their food and interpret these traditions in their own individual way, instead of blindly following the recipe grandma and grandma's grandmother used to make. The documentary series Chef's Table follows the tales of several famous chefs, the first being 3 Michelin star-winning restaurant owner Massimo Bottura. Acclaimed food writer Faith Willinger says of Massimo's approach to cooking,
"One of the most important ingredients in his food is memory. His memory of tasting things and of the way things were made, and taking those memories and reinterpreting them in a more modern way."
Bottura's cooking shows his unique view on the world, as it shows how he interprets and views culture and society. The way he changes and modernizes Italian cuisine shows the way he views and is a part of Italian culture. Bottura is able to preserve the culture of Italian cuisine while also making decisions that make his food unique and specific to him. John Stuart Mill writes of a similar value in his piece on liberty. He explains that people should learn from the experiences of their predecessors, but should not accept their customs blindly. He writes, "To conform to custom merely as custom does not educate or develop in one any of the qualities which are the distinctive endowment of a human being." He continues on to say that people should take into account what has happened in the past, but should employ their reasoning skills and make a decision regarding these customs and traditions. Using the qualities John Stuart Mill describes, humans are able to interpret something customary and change it to reflect their individual personality and needs. These choices we make are apparent in everyday life. For example, when shopping in a grocery store, you are presented with a myriad of options, of ingredients to choose from. You can choose the cheapest option. the healthiest option, the most humane option, whatever you choose. Something distinctive is revealed about you by the things you buy and the decisions you make. The product cooked from these purchases is a reflection of the personality and revealing ingredients used in its creation, making the finished dish a reflection of the chef's persona and values. Everything we do is inherently subjective. We form associations to events and items that prohibit us from seeing the world through any perspective other than our own, giving us distinctly different personalities and worldviews. Our unique viewpoints and our ability to express these views in creative ways makes us fully and truly human. This is not to say that everything we do needs to be unique to only us, nor that we should ignore the customs and experiences of others. It is to say that we must not accept traditions and customs blindly. We must make decisions as to which aspects to follow and which to change or reinterpret. And in each decision we make, something distinct about us and our personality is revealed.